The Webster campus is super cool. I mean, I love when you walk out from the top floor of Jura, you can just see the Alps in the background. I mean, that's just, I'm from Chicago, I'm from Plains. I see corn and windmills, so to see mountains like that is awesome.
This campus is gorgeous, and coming to class every single day on the tram and seeing the landscapes of the city really makes coming to class fun. I come from a very big university, so having small classes of 20 students is very different than my 400 plus lecture halls.
The campus is so small, so you get to know everyone that's here. There's a mix between study abroad students from the US and people from all over the world.
Geneva is like a very central city in Europe, so we're able to travel a lot. My friends and I are able to travel a lot on the weekends, and that was a big reason of why I wanted to study abroad.
Professors here really take the time to take your situation into consideration, and they understand that you are traveling, you are having these experiences, but they do want you to not only test well and do well here, but they want you to retain this information and apply it to your field, and that is something I feel sometimes is missing with other universities, but Webster's teachers really hit that nail on the head.
Living in Geneva has been fun. It's really good if you're from a small town and you want to acclimate to a larger town. It's kind of that perfect mix in between small town and large town. So if you're not really comfortable living in a city, I think it's a perfect town for you to live in.
I'd been to Europe before and visited London and Paris, and Geneva's much different. It's really cool that it's kind of nestled in the mountains and you have the lake. It's very picturesque, it's very beautiful.
Everything is always on time, which is amazing. But it's also really nice, especially living in Les Berges, which is the student residence that Webster's provides to us, because you're a 2-minute walk from a bus station, the tram station. You're so close to shops and restaurants and trails. It's kind of both of the best worlds, being, you know, the outdoor hiking world, which I love, but then also living in the city and getting to have that nightlife experience.
What I expected from Geneva as a city was a ton of diversity, a ton of international people. But I think what I hadn't expected was how diverse Webster campus would be.
Though there is diversity at my campus back home, it's just not the same level of diversity. Here at Webster, I've met students from Kazakhstan, Russia, Nepal.
From Spain, from Ecuador. I guess I could keep going for forever.
Such a combination of people here that everyone you meet has a completely different story and upbringing than you, and I think that is so valuable.
You can visit all of Europe here if you play your cards right, and that's been one of the best experiences about being here, is just being able to explore everything that I never thought I'd be able to see.
I've been able to visit a lot of different places all around Europe, and it's been such a powerful experience to be able to travel as much as I have and just see so much of the world in such a short amount of time.
We started out going to Paris, Amsterdam, London, then we stayed in the general area. We went to Lauterbrunnen in Switzerland and Annecy, France, which is really close.
Milan and Venice in Italy, and then we went to Berlin, Germany. It was really cool. I've gotten to see so many cool places since being here.
And Webster put together a ski weekend trip in Zermatt, which is the Matterhorn. It was gorgeous, and they organized the whole thing for skiing. It was a great opportunity to take the train with everyone, get to know all the other Webster students as well as other study abroad students.
Paris was like, it was so cool. It was the first place we traveled to. It was like, we went like 2 weeks after we first got here. We just like spontaneously went to Paris because you can do that when you live in Geneva.
I never expected to be taking trains everywhere because you just don't have them in the States, but I've taken so many train trips, which has just been awesome.
I came to Geneva to snowboard. I brought my snowboard out, I brought all my ski gear out, and every Tuesday in January and February I actually went to Chamonix, France, and it was the epitome of my study abroad experience.
You see pictures of it all the time, and it just doesn't quite describe the experience that you have up there, like being a part of the mountains and like the snow and seeing the sun start to come down over the mountains. It's pretty incredible. It's something that I wish everybody could experience once.
Studying abroad will add value to my career. I know that having experience in a global setting is super important to a lot of companies. So being able to just talk to people of different cultural backgrounds, know of different languages, cultures, everything, and just like seeing the world outside of your own perspective is super helpful.
One thing that's great about studying abroad, especially here, is what it's going to do for me in my future, especially when it comes to my career. I am studying international studies, international relations, and so first of all, just living abroad shows employers like I know how to adapt into new situations, into new cultures. I'm able to learn while living in other places.
I feel that study abroad will definitely change the way that I look at my future in terms of where I would like to end up. Now that I have a better taste of what Europe is like, I could definitely see myself living here for an extended period of time down the road, or perhaps look for jobs here, no doubt. And that's something I couldn't confidently say before I came here.
One of the most important reasons to study abroad in general is to learn what it's like to live in other places, but it's also, of course, very enjoyable. It helps you grow as a person. And then Geneva specifically, I think you should study at because of the people and the travel opportunities. Honestly, that's what it was for me.
What I would tell anyone back home who is thinking about studying abroad is definitely do it. It's such an amazing experience. I feel like I've grown a lot as a person because I came here, and it's just been such a rewarding experience, and I've loved it so much.
And what I would tell anyone back home who's thinking about coming here is absolutely do it. I can guarantee you'll have no regrets.
You're probably very nervous to come here, but it's actually so easy. The staff is so welcoming. They take you from the airport to your accommodation. You live with mostly all study abroad students, so you're all in this together.
What I would tell anyone back home who's thinking about studying abroad here is definitely to do it. It can feel super intimidating and super scary, but the second I got here, I was so excited that I did it, and I loved it.
If you're hesitant because you're going alone and you don't have a group of friends who are going with you, still go. I didn't know anyone before, and most people feel that they have to travel in groups when they go to different countries, but it's really empowering to go by yourself and strike it out on your own and be able to just follow your own schedule.
What I would tell anybody back home that is hesitant about coming, I relate to you. I came in not knowing a single person that was coming to Geneva, and I met two of my closest friends in the whole world here. So I definitely think if you're hesitant, just take the step and come because it's amazing.